Did you know that the country of Belgium is roughly the size of Maryland? It's pretty small. And today we are going to be spending time in its capital, Brussels. Brussels is a compact city, just about 1 million people, but its small size in no way means that it is inferior. In fact, this is a very powerful city. The headquarters of NATO is here, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, as well as the headquarters of the European Union. The political, social, and economic future of Europe as a whole is decided right here. And just like Paris has the Eiffel Tower, London has Big Ben, and Rome has the Colosseum, Brussels too has a symbol that represents the city to the rest of the world. Manneken Pis. Oh, my goodness, he's even more beautiful in person.
Legend has it that a fire began in this square and a little boy ran up attempting to douse it, as shown here. His heroic efforts may have saved the town hall, and he was immortalized in this bronze statue.
Now, I'm not pulling your leg. This really is the symbol of this city. Has been for centuries, and he is so loved around the world that people actually send him clothing. Today he is dressed as a Romanian shepherd, and he has over 400 outfits. They change him daily, and it's really sort of unbelievable that this is the symbol of the city. I mean, Brussels is the capital of a country, the capital of Europe for that matter, and there he is, a little guy taking an everlasting pee. I think we're gonna like it here. Hello. Can I have one waffle, hot, just plain? Thank you. So we know a few things about Belgium, right? Belgian waffles, incredible chocolate, and some of the best beer in the world. It's like, really, how can one small country be so blessed? Thank you. Oh, that is so good. It's warm, doughy, and there's this glaze of sugar over it. Now, Brussels has 2 official languages, the Germanic Flemish and French, and you'll see that the street signs are written in both. Now, when you walk into a store or a restaurant, you're not going to know who's Flemish and who's French, so it is best and perfectly acceptable just to speak English. This is the Grand Place, and a grand place it most certainly is. This is easily one of the most impressive squares in all of Europe. This is the historical heart of Brussels, and it is where visitors to the city begin their tour. Now, right behind me is the town hall. I was like, that's not a church? Looks like a steeple to me. It was built in the 15th century as an administrative building, and even today, it is the seat of the burgomaster, or as they say, the mayor of the city. Forming the rest of the square are 33 gloriously ornate guild buildings. These were once the occupational homes of butchers, bakers, haberdashers, and back in the medieval times, they had a lot of power. So they all tried to outdo each other in the architecture, and so we certainly benefit from their egos today. They're simply divine. My favorite is the Boatsman's Guild, which is topped with the stern of a galleon. Very impressive. Now, most of these buildings are now the homes of shops and restaurants and cafes. Only one guild keeps its original home, and that's the Brewers Guild. Did you know that Belgium has a royal family? Probably not, because there's no scandal surrounding them. And while we could see the changing of the guard, I just thought, nah. And the palace right now is closed to visitors. So, to experience the king and queen side of Brussels, Belgium, I thought we would visit the royal supplier of chocolate.
Vitamer is a family business, which has been making chocolate since 1910.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, you've got a hat too.
Yes,
I was here
you
to try on the shoes, but I'll try on the hat as well.
Would you like to?
Do you make them here?
I make them here on the premises.
Oh, I can smell it. It smells wonderful in here.
That's
Do you
great.
need help?
I'd love to.
I work for chocolate.
You want to follow?
Yes.
Yeah, come.
Vitamer chocolates go for about $30 a pound, but it's a splurge well worth the cost.
So this is where the magic happens,
This
huh?
is it. Exactly, sure.
Ooh. Oh, those are adorable.
You like this?
I like the whole row of them.
Yeah.
What size is that?
princess size.
So, but this is the hat mold here.
This is heart mode, yeah. This we have to put the chocolate inside.
After we fill the bowl, this machine shakes off our excess chocolate. We clean it up, let it cool, and apply 2 more coats of chocolate before starting to dress it up.
So all I have to do is just turn it over and give it a pull here, and then the art will remove.
Next, we prepare the little decorative chocolate squares.
We have to work whilst it's still warm. It enables it to stick.
So it's a very aesthetic job, your job, isn't it?
It's quite therapeutic also.
Yeah, it is lovely.
Yeah.
Do you know when they started making chocolate in Belgium?
Well, chocolate started because of the Congo, you know.
Because you colonized the
It
Congo.
colonized, and it was brought over. That also explains why the chocolate is of good quality. Do you know that in Belgium, when you go to somebody's house, you take a box of chocolates? It's
Oh, really? So you don't bring like a bottle of wine or some flowers?
you do that also.
Really?
Really?
That's a date in America.
Really?
That's a very serious courting.
You should come and live here then.
I should. I like it. What do you say? Voila?
Voila.
Voila.
And voila. Do you want to try it on?
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
But do me the honors.
Go on. Do you want it slanted?
Yes, absolutely.
Doesn't that look great?
Just the way the royalty
Really
wears
become-
it. I'm off to the races. Beautiful. I
Really?
love it. I'll take it. And the shoes.
I hope it's your size.
Let me see this. Wow. That may actually fit. This is the first time I've ever wished my feet were actually bigger.
Wait till you see what other delectables Brussels has in store for me.
I've never had escargot.
So we're going to try.
We are.
Next.
I am in Brussels, Belgium, enjoying a Sunday brunch, and as usual, I have found it very easy just to strike up a conversation with the people next to me. This is Vanessa.
Hello.
And across from me is Theo.
Hello.
This is le pain quotidien, which means daily bread. These are all over Brussels and are a favorite dining establishment of this city.
This sort of exemplifies the way Belgians like to eat, which is very simple, I have found, but very good quality ingredients.
Also, there is here a big table, just that all people sit together and to start to talk.
So when you sit down, you know that you're probably going to talk to someone
Yeah, yeah.
across from you.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely did it on purpose.
Now, Theo, how long have you lived in Brussels?
56 years. I lived a certain time in London and I had an apartment in Paris, but I prefer to live in Brussels because it is so easy to live in Brussels. You always find a parking space, you find a table in a restaurant.
What I really like here in Brussels is that you are able to speak a lot of different languages.
Because you can't live in Belgium if you don't speak at least 3 languages.
Really?
But if you like to get a job in administration, that's our 4 languages.
So you have to know 4 languages, but you get a good parking space. I think that's what...
Voilà, that's...
No, I mean, that's a nice trade-off.
Yeah.
Vanessa and I took a stroll after brunch to explore the neighborhood.
So this is the Sablon area.
Yes, it's the Sablon. Here you have all the art galleries, all the antique boutiques. So it's really expensive.
I was going to say, it's
Yeah.
expensive.
Très cher.
Yeah. But you're telling me about this this antique market, which we can maybe find things that aren't so
I'm
expensive.
sure that we're going to find something.
Okay, I like
Let's
your
go.
thinking. All right. Is this every Sunday?
It's every weekend, in fact, on Saturday and Sunday morning.
So this is nice. Oh, they have oil paintings too. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oh, I like this one.
Belgian painter.
Belgian. Are you the painter?
No, no, I'm a dealer.
The dealer. How much is this one here?
450.
450. Can you bargain
Euros,
here?
euros, not dollars.
Just try.
Euros.
Oh, euros! Come on.
Yes.
That's like
All here in
4,000 US dollars. May I bargain with you?
A little, a little.
See, already I've lost, right? Because I've asked, right? Are you Flemish or are you French?
I'm Flemish.
You Flemish? Ah, I haven't heard Flemish yet. Will you say how do you do in Flemish?
Hoe gaat het met u?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
You're welcome.
Au revoir, merci.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Oh, see, here we go.
Yeah. So now we are going to go to the best part of the antique flea market.
The best part.
Everybody used to go there, so I have to show you.
Okay.
We're going to taste the escargot.
I've never had escargot.
So we're going to try.
We are? I think we'll be fine with the small size.
Yes, 12.
Okay.
12 escargots, s'il vous plaît.
Ça va.
Something I have only seen in the fanciest of restaurants here is like a little snack to be eaten standing up on the curb of a street.
Oh, there she goes. Oh, wow. Oh, so she takes them out of the shell.
Exactly.
So this is a stupid question, but they are dead, right?
Of course.
Okay. Oh, and it's all set up so you just kind of eat and...
Merci, madame. Merci.
All right, you first.
Très bon.
Okay, here we go. Oh, that's a huge one. I can't take that one. That's like bigger than my head. Oh, okay. What's that piece right there?
So this is the part that the...
Actually, no, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Part of it's very soft, and then there's that like chewing gum part.
Yes. But it's extremely good.
Just a bit of a spice, so it's nice.
And pepper.
You're coming to New York, and I'm buying you a hot dog. I think I'm done, but thank you.
Next up, we've got superheroes European style, and they're all at
The Comic Strip Museum. I'm in Brussels, Belgium, compact city, just about 1 million people. And I was surprised to find out that nearly a quarter of the population here are actually people from other countries. And that's mainly because Brussels is an international powerhouse in terms of politics and business. As a visitor here, that means that you're going to encounter a lot of high-priced chain hotels, excellent accommodations, but these places really cater to the person with an expense account. However, there is a small crop of very small hotels, well priced with a lot of personality. And I'm staying at one of them, Hotel Welcome.
Hotel Welcome is located only 10 minutes from the historic center of town in an area that once was the fish market, and it's now home to great seafood restaurants.
The name Hotel Welcome sums up the experience here absolutely perfectly. When you walk in, immediately you relax. This is the breakfast room in here, and it's just furnished like the most charming neighborhood cafe.
Now, there are only 15 rooms, but each is themed after an exotic location its owner actually visited and lugged back oodles of one-of-a-kind decorations from.
But undoubtedly what makes this hotel so welcoming are the owners. This is Michael and Sophie Smeesters.
Hi.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What I find funny about your hotel is that there are no European countries represented.
That's for diplomatic reason. So we have too many European customers here, and I want just to keep my house in peace.
That's very nice. Very nice talking to you. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
I selected an Asian theme for my room.
It's called the Silk Road, so all the furniture, fabrics, and objects to art are from the exotic locales that once made up that ancient trade route. Just fabulous, isn't it? There's even a map of the Silk Road on my door, and the placement of the furniture here mimics the trade route. So we begin in China, in the entranceway, and we end in Venice with an Italianate ceiling. Right in the middle of the room is a compass of a ship. My favorite part of this room has to be this sort of headboard to the bed. There's this incredible wood piece from North India, hanging glass mosaic lanterns, and a dancing Shiva. I'm pretty sure you can't order that in any furniture catalog.
The prices here at Hotel Welcome are very friendly, starting at $120 for a double and going up to around $230 for a suite.
Hotel prices in general in Brussels are less expensive on the weekends when all the business travelers take off, and actually the low season in this city is July and August. So come here on a weekend in the summer and you will get some really great rates. So public transportation in Brussels is very good. You've got trains, trams, and buses, and I've been told that it's very punctual, clean, and safe. Now, as a tourist here, as a traveler, you may want to pick up the 3-day pass. It's 30 euros, and you get access to 30 museums, free admission. So it's a good deal. When you visit the cities of Europe, you always want to check out their museums, right? See what Rembrandts, Picassos, Van Goghs they have in their collections. Today, I thought we'd do something a little different. We are going to experience an art form that is absolutely cherished by Belgians and has been for over 75 years. The exhibits are here at the Centre Belge de la Bande Dessinée, or the Comic Strip Museum.
I'm with Willem de Graaf, the center's deputy director. He's giving me some insight into this very serious art form.
Being here in this museum, I get a sense that the comic strip is very important to Belgians.
Quite right. It's very, very important for us. It's like beer and chocolate. It's something we are really proud of. And I don't think you won't meet any Belgian that never has read a comic in his whole life.
Really?
So here we have our very, very famous hero, Tintin.
I read that he's sort of the Mickey Mouse of Europe. I mean, people know him all over.
You could say so. He started in 1929, and you could say he was the first popular comic hero in Europe.
Does he have superpowers?
Not quite. He's a journalist, and he's a bit like everybody, but a little bit more perfect. So he's very clever, he's always young, strong, very successful. You could say he is an idol for young people.
Now, with comic strips, do you read them in the Sunday paper like we do, or how do you get your
Not really. We have
funnies?
comics and papers, but most of them are published in books.
So people consider comic strip books really serious reading?
Yes, yes. It's expensive. It's about $15. So it's something you buy and then you keep in your cupboard like a novel. In fact, in Belgium, 60% of all the books are comics.
There are 5 schools in Brussels alone for comic strip artists. Illustrators are treated as artists and given commissions to design stamps and murals for public spaces.
So Samantha, now I would like to show you a comic strip that probably you don't know. It's Belgium.
Okay, but I would know it.
I think you will know it.
Okay.
Over here, there's our famous Schtroumpf.
Oh, the Smurfs.
Yeah, the Smurfs.
What'd you call them?
Schtroumpfs.
Schtroumpfs.
That's the original name in French.
I don't think I would have been able to say that as an 11-year-old.
This was the very first drawing in 1958.
They went back to 1958.
Yes. The Belgians started to animate it in the 70s, but then the Americans made a version at the beginning of the 80s, and it was so popular it went all around the world. It's a huge success.
Huge success in America, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a Smurf lunchbox.
Did you?
Did you?
No, I never had.
Ever have a cherry beer? This and 600 others are on tap for our night out. Next.
We are in Brussels, Belgium, about to enjoy our night out on the town. One thing you need to know about the Belgians, they love to socialize and they really enjoy their cafes, restaurants, and nightclubs. So you will enjoy their cafes, restaurants, and nightclubs. And we're about to meet a friend of mine at one of her favorite cafes.
This is Le Sirio, located in the historic center of town.
So this is one of the oldest cafes in Brussels you've taken me to.
Indeed, a place that you couldn't miss when you come to Brussels.
It used to be a store in the 1800s, an Italian grocery store.
Yeah, that's right. And they kept everything as much as possible. So you can see the counter over there, some cupboards on the wall.
Right, even the cash register is still there.
They really had to keep it because it's so beautiful. It's something that you can't find anymore today.
Here in Brussels, a cafe like this is a part of the community here. I mean, if I look around, there are all ages here. You've got young, you've got old, very young. But we are having the drink to have here, the half and half.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And the story goes, one day back in like 1930, a lady asked for a glass of champagne, and the waiter filled the glass to the half point and realized he had ran out. So he topped it off with some white wine. And people loved it. And now people come here especially for this drink.
This is true, yeah. Try it and you will like it.
All right, all right. Well, thank you very much for taking me here, and our next drink is a beer. You promise.
Okay.
To continue our evening, we left the touristy center of town and headed to a restaurant that's a favorite with the locals. It's housed in a converted bank building.
So for dinner, Anushka and I went to the Belgian Queen, where instead of pairing their dishes with wine, they pair them with beer. I mean, beer is your national passion.
I always say that you can pair wine to the French as beer to the Belgian people. So it's like our national drink.
And it's as special and as nuanced as wine. Like we're drinking beer in a very nice, very stylish restaurant. Now, when you come to Belgium, you really have to keep in mind the alcohol content because it's much higher here. It's like 11%.
It's something like that, yeah. We even have worse. So yeah, you really have to watch it because it tastes so good, it's so fresh, and yeah, it drinks easily, but afterwards.
And I have a cherry beer, which just sounds wonderful. Let me try it. Oh, that's great. I mean, that's real. It's very much like a Kir Royale. It has a champagne feel to it. Very light, very unbeer-like for me. And if you notice that both our beers are served in their traditional glass.
With the names on it. You can see even the names are mentioned on the glasses. So cheers.
I'm having the Coucou de Melun, which is basically a Belgian chicken with a pear syrup cider vinaigrette, and it just looks lovely.
I have an Easter lamb served on a layer of fresh vegetables.
So let's stop talking about it, and let's eat it. Brussels really charmed me. I found the people to be friendly, funny, and open. And that openness is due to the fact that this is and has always been an international city with many cultures contributing to its mix. This is a very easy city to be in. And whether you have a waffle in your hand, a piece of chocolate, or a beer, Brussels is a city to relax and enjoy. This dessert is fantastic. It's going to be hard for me to taste yours with this lamb here.
No, they put it specially, so you can steal from me, because I know you're going to steal otherwise.
Push that aside. Give me some of your dessert. If you want to learn more about what I did in Europe, talk about the show, or check out my photos and journal, log on to Travel Channel at discovery.com. See you there.